This is News in Brief from Al24 News. Algerian Minister of State, Minister of Energy, Mines and Renewable Energies Mohamed Al-Qab met on Monday in Addis Ababa with Ethiopian Minister of Trade and Regional Integration Kasahan Goff in a meeting that focused on opportunities to strengthen trade cooperation between Algeria and Ethiopia, particularly in the fields of energy, mining and renewable energy. Minister Al-Qab provided an overview of areas such as the exploration, exploitation and transportation of hydrocarbons, petrochemicals, as well as petroleum products, training and education, and the discussion also covered the production, transmission and distribution of electricity, mineral resources and their processing, particularly in the field of fertilizers. At least 61 people have been martyred and 134 were wounded in the past 24 hours in Zionist occupation airstrikes across the Gaza Strip, which included the bombardment of the Nasser hospital in Khan Yunis, resulting in 2 martyrs, including Hamas leader Ismail Barhoum. Speaking at a press conference in occupied Jerusalem, EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaya Kallas decried the collapse of the ceasefire, stressing that the ongoing attacks on the Strip has caused an appalling loss of life and threats to annex parts of Gaza were unacceptable. US and Russian officials began talks in Saudi Arabia aimed at making progress towards a broad ceasefire in Ukraine, with Washington eyeing a separate Black Sea maritime ceasefire deal before securing a wider agreement. The talks, which followed US negotiations with Ukraine on Sunday, come as US President Donald Trump intensifies his drive to end the 3-year-old conflict. South Korea's Constitutional Court reinstated Prime Minister Han Duck-soo to the post of acting president on Monday, striking down his impeachment as he pledged to focus on steering Asia's 4th biggest economy through a US trade war, as South Korea, being one of the world's top exporters, has been bracing for the potential impact of a range of threatened US tariffs under President Donald Trump. This was today's News in Brief from Al24 News.